What's up, gang? Case here with our in-gym and at-home Metcon for Saturday, February 6th. Chipper style workout today, straight through for time. 50 overhead lunges, alternating legs on those. Then we've got 50 push-ups, then 50 weighted box step-ups, and then finishing up with 50 shoulder to overhead with a single dumbbell. This is a variation of an open workout from a couple years ago. That workout included the overhead lunges, the weighted step ups, but that one had handstand push ups and handstand walking. We'll be doing a variation of that today, working with a lot of dumbbell movements because we'll likely see those coming up in this year's CrossFit Open as well. On those overhead lunges, you can switch arms as frequently as you would like, but what we're looking for here is that fist to stay stacked over the ear. Keep that elbow locked out. Then from there, if you can, I want forward lunges on this today to mimic that walking lunge pattern. If you're struggling too much with that forward lunge, then you are welcome to do a reverse lunge, but if possible, go for that forward position. I'd recommend switching arms about every 10 reps. It also would be a good idea to set that down, shake it out a moment because you're going to be using your shoulders quite a bit in a couple of the other movements as well. If you're really struggling to hold a good position on that overhead lunge, it's tough to be here. So a lot of times we see people bending that elbow a lot. We'll see people diving their chest. If you're having trouble staying upright in the bottom and keeping that arm stacked out, then let's go to a goblet lunge instead. We can still make the movement difficult by loading up, but we can just bypass that tougher overhead position. After 50 overhead lunges, we have 50 push-ups. On these, make sure you're using full range of motion, keeping those elbows close to the side, keeping that plank position. If you're not able to at least start out with sets of five in that good plank position using full range of motion, then let's elevate up to our box today so that we can maintain close to sets of five going through that bigger or getting to that bigger total set of 50. Be smart on those. Don't come out too big. Once those shoulders burn out on push-ups, they don't really come back, and then you'll be stuck doing ones, twos, and threes to get to 50. So have a strategy there. Small sets. Know how many breaths you're going to take. Come up on your knees, shake out those arms during those rest periods so that you can get a better breath, and also you can let those shoulders rest more efficiently. If you lay down on the ground and try to rest, you can't breathe as well. Also, the shoulders stay in a tighter position, so it's harder for the shoulder to recover if you're laying down while you're resting. After that, we've got 50 weighted box step-ups. We're going to go open standard on this. So as far as the best mechanical position to be in is probably that goblet position, but in the CrossFit Open, getting through the work as quickly as possible is the goal. So we can go goblet position. We can also set this dumbbell up on the shoulder. If you go for that route, I just recommend alternating shoulders about every 10 reps, just so you're not overloading one side in today's workout. Prescribed height for men, 24, women 20 inches on that box. Be smart though, especially as we start to add a load to these step ups. This is another movement where our chest may start to dive and that form starts to get a little sloppy. Make sure that we're keeping good form on those. So adjust box height accordingly for your skill and ability. Finishing up with 50 shoulder to overhead. Push press is going to be the fastest way to get there. Hip width stance, back head of the bell rests on the shoulder. It's just a quick dip drive. Be sure to get locked out, legs stiff at the top. On these push presses, I would recommend switching sides every 5 to 10 reps. That's our last movement. So that's going to be the one where you should push that intensity threshold a little bit farther than your other movements. Be smart on these movements today. We are in the spirit of the open style workout. They're not necessarily complementary movements, which is what most of our workouts typically are, meaning we'll follow up a push movement with a pull movement, or we'll follow up a hinge movement with another movement that doesn't tax the legs as much. Today's workout is actually designed to train a lot of the same movement patterns over and over again, just with slightly different movements to see how well you can operate under fatigue on those movements. So be smart with your weight selection. Be smart about breaking those reps up into smaller sets early on so that you've still got some legs and shoulders left late in the workout. Good luck on today's Metcon, and we'll see you back on Monday for our deload week.